my dears. Today I am going to teach you the second story of your supplementary reader, Children at Work. So now you imagine your life, you're coming to school, you're having the food from your home, is somehow enjoying a good life, getting very good education, is till 12th standard. Even after the 12th, you're learning college also, yes, but you don't need to go for any job till you complete your studies. That is what the situation of now you are facing. The same time, many children, they are facing a different situation. They are not getting proper education. They are not getting proper food. Their parents don't support them to go to schools. Sometimes they don't have parents, lot of circumstances leading to make them rag pickers or child labor. Commonly if we speak, we could say child labor. So in this story, we are going to learn about two children, Velu and Jaya, those who are rag pickers, collecting the waste materials. Rag picking in the sense, that some people coming to your home to get the old ones, old things like the plastic chair, plastic items, the bottles, whatever may be, they come to our houses to get the old things. The same thing, rag pickers means the small children as well as the even old ones also. Those people, they used to wander around the streets or the cities to collect the waste items like plastic bottles or the things to recycle. Okay, so those people are called as rag pickers, collecting waste materials to reproduce or to recycle. So this story, as I already told you, dealing with rag pickers. So who wrote this story, that we should know? Yes, let me tell you about the authors of this story. There are three people wrote a book called Trash on Rag Pickers, Children and Recycling. It was written by three: Geeta Wolf, Anushka Ravishankar, Arijit Sen. So here, Geeta Wolf Sambath, she was born on 6th December 1956. She is an Indian publisher and author. She has written educational books and picture books of folk tales. The second author, Anushka Ravishankar, she was born in 1961. She was an award-winning author of children's book. She was the co-founder of Duckbill Books, a publishing house. Next one is Arijit Sen. He was born in 1963. He was an Indian graphic artist, designer and professor. His graphic novel, River of Stories, is the first graphic novel of India. Okay, let me tell you the summary of the story, then I will read and explain. So first, in this story, two important characters are there. They are Velu and Jaya. Let me tell you about Velu. Velu, he's a boy from a village. What he did, because of his drunkard father, he used to beat him after drinking alcohol. Every day he got beatings from his father. So somehow he wanted to escape from his house. So what he did, he escaped from his village by train, Kanyakumari Express. He came to Chennai now. In Chennai, he didn't know anyone to talk with. He didn't know anyone to live with. He was in the railway station, in the platform. At the particular time, what happened? A small girl at the age of him, maybe our Velu was a 11-year-old boy. The same, the girl also, maybe 11 or 12-year-old girl, Jaya, came there and called Velu and talked to him. Jaya found that Velu, he had run out of his house. So Jaya asked him whether Velu was hungry or not. Yes, Velu hadn't eaten anything for 2 days because first day he wandered in his village. The second day he traveled in the train. So only some peanuts and jaggery he had eaten. Other than that he hadn't have anything. So he was hungry. So our Jaya promised him to give him food. Our Velu didn't have any way to find food. So he followed Jaya. Jaya took him to a marriage hall. Actually, our Velu thought that Jaya was going to take him to the marriage hall to eat, but what happened? Our Jaya straight away, she was taking our Velu to garbage. Garbage, where they used to dump the waste items, the leftover of the food. First, he was shocked. Okay, first our Velu was shocked, but our Jaya, what she did, she started to search the food, leftovers. She found one vada and 2 bananas. She gave a banana to our Velu and a vada also. On looking at the vada and banana, our Velu was shocked. First, he didn't like to eat, but no way, he was hungry. So he wanted to eat something. So what he did, he ate a banana and a vada. The same, the girl, Jaya, found a banana. She ate the banana. Then after that, Jaya moved to her house. Actually, her house is near Buckingham Canal. We couldn't say there was a house. Actually, there was a shed made out of waste materials like a tire, tube. Using those materials, her house was made. Our Velu went there. What our Jaya did, Jaya had taken 2 shoes, actually the old shoes to him to wear. Then she gave a sack. Actually, she was also having a sack, to collect the waste items, for rack picking. The same, she gave another one sack to whom? To our Velu. In the beginning, our Velu didn't like to do this job, but no way. If he wanted to eat, in the sense, what he should do, he should collect the materials to recycle. He had no way. So he planned that till he would get the job, he was going to continue to be a rag picker. Okay, this is what the summary of the story. So now I am going to read and explain. Okay, listen carefully.
When the Kanyakumari Express pulled in at Chennai Central, it took Velu some time to get off. When he finally stood on the platform, his legs felt wobbly, as if he was still on a moving train. A porter went by with a loaded trolley. Velu jumped aside. He sat on a bench on the platform, putting his small bundle down. In all his 11 years, he had never seen so many people, except once a year at the fair in his village. People walked by, bumping into him with their suitcases. A voice announced something on a loudspeaker. Near him, a group of people sat on their luggage, looking at a TV hanging from the roof. The noise was terrible.
So in the first 3 paragraphs, our Velu was introduced to us. He escaped from his village through a train. What is the name of the train? Yeah, Kanyakumari Express. So he came to Chennai Central. He got off the train and standing on the platform. When he was standing on the platform, a man, a porter in the sense, a person who carries luggages, a porter told him to move from the platform. So he moved and sat on a bench. He was sitting in a bench. He was shocked to see the people. He could find many people, going here and there. Only in this village festival, he could see the people like this. Okay, because he was from the village, So he was very new to the people, like them. At the same time, he could hear the announcement also. Not only that, there was a TV hanging over there. So these were the things we could read in the first 3 paragraphs.
Velu put his head down on his knees, feeling miserable and exhausted. He had run away from his village 2 days ago. For 2 days he had eaten nothing but some peanuts and a piece of jaggery. In his bundle, he carried a shirt, a towel and a comb. He had walked for most of the first day to Kannur and then got on the train to Chennai. Velu had no money for a ticket, but luckily the ticket collector didn't come to the unreserved compartment. He had tried to sleep on the floor near the door. a group of men next to him had played cards and shouted all night.
Hey, what? New to town, huh?
Called out a rough voice. Velu opened his eyes. There were a lot of people standing around, but nobody was looking at him.
Here, hey!
He turned around. Behind him was a girl around his own age, wearing a long banyan that came down to her knees. Her hair was stiff and brownish, and she had a huge sack on one shoulder. She was picking up dirty plastic cups from the floor and stuffing them into her sack. Why is she calling me? Thought Velu. And why is a girl wearing a banyan?
No need to stare stupidly. What's your name? Velu,
muttered Velu, looking away.
So Velu was sitting on the bench. No, he was miserable. His condition was miserable. He didn't have anything to eat. Actually, he brought some peanuts and jaggery. He had eaten that. Now he had nothing to eat. So he was hungry. He was hungry and miserable. At the particular moment, he could hear the sound. That was Jaya. Jaya, she was wearing banyan. She was picking up dirty items like plastic and bottles and stuffing them inside a sack. So Jaya was asking his name. Velu, he told his name to Jaya. Yeah, again listen.
So Mr. Velu,
said the girl, looking at his bundle.
Run away from home?
Velu didn't answer. He didn't want to tell some strange girl what he had done. He had run away because he couldn't stand his father beating him for one more day. His father would snatch away all the money Velu and his sisters earned and spend it on drink.
Don't think I don't know. This place is full of children like you. So, what are you going to do here? Become rich?
She sat down next to him. Velu shifted away slightly. He felt hunger pinching him and pressed his stomach with a grimace.
Hungry?
Asked the girl.
You won't get food by sitting here glumly, making faces. I can find some if you want.
She picked up her sack and started to walk away. Velu stayed on the bench. What should he do? Should he follow this girl? Where was she going to take him? She was disappearing into the crowd, so he had to make up his mind quickly. All right, he decided. Anyway, I have no idea where to go. He jumped up and ran after her. She wasn't even looking back to see where he was.
Little girl Jaya asked him whether he ran out of his family or not. But our Velu didn't want to tell her about his escape from his father beat. Actually, his father was a drunkard. He used to beat every day. He used to get the money which earned by our boy Velu and his sisters. So the particular father snatched the money from his children and he used to drink alcohol. After drinking alcohol, every day he used to beat the children, including our boy Velu. So to escape from his father, what he did, he came to the railway station. From there, without taking tickets, actually he hadn't taken ticket to come to Chennai. He travelled in unreserved compartment. In the unreserved compartment, ticket collector didn't go. That is how our boy Velu escaped from the ticket collector. He travelled by train. But particular night also what happened, some people near him were playing cards and shouting. So that a particular night also our Velu couldn't sleep properly. Yes, that is how he came to Chennai. He came to Chennai. But he didn't like to share this to Jaya. Then Jaya asked him, did he feel hungry? Yes, actually our boy Velu was hungry. So then Jaya told him that if our Velu would go with her, in the sense, she would arrange him food. Okay, she told him that if he would go with her, she would arrange him food. So our Velu didn't have any option to eat, no way to eat. He didn't know anyone. He wanted to follow Jaya.
He caught up with the girl as she was leaving the station. When they got to the road, Velu found that the vehicles kept coming and never stopped for anyone. Smoke and dust flew at him from all sides, making his head spin. They had to wait for a long time before they could find a gap to run through. Velu kept hesitating, and the girl finally dragged him to the other side.
What do you think you're doing? Raising cows? If you stand around in the middle of the road like that, you'll be chutney.
Velu's heart was still beating fast. He looked back at the central station and the traffic speeding by. How had they managed to come through that? They walked along the side of the road under some huge signboards. Velu looked up at the pictures. Banyans, car tires, pens, a woman holding a box. The writing was all in English, so he didn't know what it meant.
So they left the station and walked on the road. Actually, there was heavy traffic, so they wanted to cross the road, but they couldn't. Jaya was very clever to cross the road, but our boy Velu, he didn't know what to do. He was shocked to see, and she was confused to see the heavy traffic. But what happened, our girl dragged him, just pulled him to the next side of the road. She asked him that, are you grazing cow here? What is the meaning of are you grazing cow here means actually the boy, he was grazing cow in his village, She was mocking at him that, are you grazing cow here? That was the thing. Actually, if he stood on the road, he would become chutney. Our Jaya commented that if our boy stayed on the road in the sense, he would become chutney. Okay, that was given in this paragraph. Okay, you know that what is the meaning of chutney? Chutney in the sense, crushed. Okay, crushed.
The girl turned onto a wide bridge and walked up. Velu stopped and peeped over the railing. Under him, the road ran into the city. In the distance, he could see huge buildings and towers and more roads.
See that big building with the wall around it? If you are not careful, you'll soon be counting bars there.
The girl grinned and pointed at a huge building. Velu squinted and read the Tamil sign, Central Jail.
Why? I haven't done anything wrong. You don't have to do anything. Just don't get caught. That's all.
The girl turned on a wide bridge and walked up. Our Velu also following her. He was admired to see the buildings, the big buildings. At the time, she happened to see the central jail. On seeing the central jail, Jaya told him that if you are not careful, you will be inside the jail, inside the central jail. On hearing that, our boy replied, what happened? I haven't done anything wrong. He told that he hadn't done any wrong. But Jaya again insisted that was not the matter. Whether you did wrong or not, that was not the matter. If you were caught, you would be inside the jail. Okay. The problem is not in doing good or wrong. What? If he was caught by police, surely he would be in jail. These lines showed the cruelty of our Indian police. They are ready to put case on innocence also, if they wanted to finish the case. If they wanted to finish a case in the sense, what they used to do, they are very clever to put the particular case on particular people like these rag pickers, innocent people, and they can close the case. So that is what our Jaya wanted to share here. The matter, if our Velu, whether he was doing good or wrong, that was not the matter. If he was caught by police in the sense, he would be arrested, he would be inside the jail. Okay, so this insecurity, the rag pickers, the children, those who are doing rag picking, they are facing this situation each and every day. Okay, even though they are innocent, they can be arrested by police.
What does she mean? Velu wondered. Meanwhile, the girl was already heading down the bridge with the sack on her shoulder. What was in it? He had seen her putting plastic cups into it at the station.
What are you carrying in that bag? Things, bottles, paper.
Velu wondered what she was doing with them, but he felt shy to ask any more questions. It was still morning, but the sun blasted down on the tar and Velu's bare feet burned. It was not like walking on a mud road. He was soaked with sweat. He tried hard to walk in the shade and keep up with the girl at the same time. She walked really fast. How far away was the food? After almost an hour of walking, they stopped in front of a big building. Sri Raja Rajeshwari Prasanna Kalyana Mandapam, read Velu slowly. A sign with letters made of flowers said, Groom, J.V. Vinayagan, Bride, Rani. Velu stared at the big cars parked outside. One of the cars had a flower garland and roses taped onto it. The girl looked around, pulled one off quickly and stuck it in her hair. Come on, she said.
Are we going to eat here?
Asked Velu, looking at the huge hall and the people inside.
Hopes,
said the girl, shaking her thumb under his nose. She led him behind the hall. There was a big garbage bin overflowing with rubbish. 2 goats were standing on the pile, fighting for a banana leaf. A cloud of flies buzzed around their legs. There was a rotten smell in the air. The girl picked up a squashy banana and held it out to Velu. Here is your food. Velu was shocked.
Are we going to eat their leftovers? Chee, what do you think I am, a dog? I only take untouched food. Here, some more. Catch.
She threw him a vada. Velu looked at it with distaste.
Come on, hero, eat it. You think I like it? I told you I'll find you something to eat. Don't think I have money to buy food for you. You'd better eat what you get until you have your own money.
Velu hesitated, but his stomach squeezed him again. He gulped down the banana and vada. His stomach felt better immediately. He could have eaten at least 10 times more, but the girl could find only 1 more banana, which she ate herself.
Then what happened? Jaya had taken him to the marriage hall. Actually, our boy Velu thought that the girl was taking him to the inside the hall, but no, straight away she went to the garbage where they used to dump the waste. From there, she had taken 2 things. One is 2 bananas and 1 vada. She gave him a banana and a vada to him and ate a banana by herself. Our Velu hesitated to eat because he didn't like to have this vada and banana, but no way. If he wanted to come out of his hunger, he should eat this leftover. So, at last, our Velu ate a banana and a vada. The girl ate a banana. Okay, then
Tiffin, if you're still hungry, you'll have to wait for them to finish lunch. You can wait if you want. I have to work. I'm going.
She picked up a couple of bottles from the heap and threw it into her sack. Then she walked off. Velu panicked. He realized that if the girl left him, he had no idea where he was and what to do. It was better to stick to her. She seemed to know her way around. He ran after her again.
Hey!
He called. He did not even know the girl's name.
Hey! What's your name?
He asked, hurrying behind her. She stopped and turned around.
Oh, so you have been following me around without even knowing my name? Jaya. I am not following you. What then? Who got you food? Can I come with you? Where are you going? Come if you want. This bag is full. I have to go home to get another one.
Jaya and Velu walked along the roads for half an hour until they came to a bridge across a dirty trickle of water.
We are in Triplicane now. See, that's Buckingham Canal,
said Jaya. Velu stared. This was a canal. Near some puddles of water was a row of the strangest huts he had ever seen. They were built out of all sorts of things: metal sheets, tires, bricks, wood, and plastic. They stood crookedly and looked as if they would fall any moment.
Is this where you live? These houses are strange,
said Velu.
In our village, the houses are made of mud and palm leaves.
Jaya went around to one of the huts and dumped her sack outside. Then she picked up an empty one.
let's go.
She turned to Velu and gave him a shove.
At least help me now. Here, wear these and come with me.
She threw him a pair of old shoes without laces and pushed a sack and a stick into his hands. Velu was confused. What work did she want him to do with these things? The only work he had ever done was on the landowner's farm, weeding and taking cows out to graze.
Are there any farms in the city?
He asked Jaya. She laughed and thumped her stick on the ground.
Farms? There are no farmers here. We are rag pickers. Rag pickers? See my sack full of things I collected. Collected? From where?
Asked Velu.
From rubbish bins. Where else? You collect rubbish?
Velu had never heard of such a thing.
Hey, blockhead. It's not any rubbish. Only paper, plastic, glass, such things. We sell it to Jam Bazaar Jaggu.
Velu was puzzled. He had heard of people throwing away rubbish. But why would anyone want to buy rubbish?
Who is Jam Bazaar Jaggu? Why is he buying all this? You think he buys it for show? He sells it to a factory. Come on, I don't have time to waste like you.
Velu did not move. He hadn't run away and come to this new place to dig through garbage bins. Jaya poked at him with her stick.
Look here,
she shouted.
If someone gets there before us, we don't get anything. Don't just stand there posing. Big hero, I'm trying to help you. Who filled your stomach today?
Velu scratched his head and sighed. I'll do it for now, he thought, until I find a better job. Geeta Wolf, Anushka Ravishankar, Arijit Sen, from Trash on Ragpicker Children and Recycling.
Then Jaya told him that if he wanted to have some more food, he should stay there in the marriage hall itself, because just tiffin had been completed. After some hours, the particular people in the marriage hall, they would complete the lunch also. So the leftover of the lunch could be eaten by Velu. Okay, that she told him. If he wanted to have some more in the sense, he should wait for the lunch. Okay, but our Ravi was not ready. He was moving with her. Then the boy asked the girl what was her name. She replied, Jaya. Okay, then she was moving towards her house. She called him also to follow her to go to her house. Now they were walking along the Buckingham Canal. Our Jaya showed him the Buckingham Canal. On seeing that, our Velu was surprised that whether it was a canal. He asked her whether it was a canal, because it seemed to be a sewage. Then Jaya showed the houses. It was made of old tires, tubes, then the plastic items, the waste materials. They made the house out of these things. On seeing that, Velu told her that in our villages, we used to construct the houses using mud and palm leaves. But your houses were made of the waste materials. Again, he commented that these houses seem to be falling down at any moment. Okay, because they were not strong. Then our girl went to her house. The house in the sense made of the old items, waste materials. Near to her house, what she did, she dumped her sack outside. From that, she had taken pair of 2 shoes and gave them to our Velu. The particular shoes didn't have the laces also. Okay, she told him to wear the shoes. Those were not having laces. Not only that, she gave him a sack and a stick. Our boy Velu asked Jaya whether there were any farms in the city, because he worked only in the farms. So he asked her whether there were any farms in the city. But Jaya laughed at him and told him that no, they were rag pickers. Actually, she was a rag picker. She was collecting the waste items, as we learned already. But it was very new to our Velu. he didn't like to do this job. He thought himself that he was not the boy who had run out of his house to do this job. Actually, he came here to get some decent jobs, but he didn't get any decent job. Only job he got is rag picking. Then the boy asked her, who would get this rubbish? Who would get this waste items? The girl told him that it was Jaggu. Jaggu, he used to get this items like the plastic bottles, then the other items to recycle. What he used to do, Jaggu used to get these items from these rag pickers, and he would sell it to the factory, the nearest factory. Okay, so these rag pickers would collect the items and would give to whom? Jaggu. The particular man would sell to the factory. That was the thing happening there. Now again, Jaya didn't have the time to speak with our Velu. She had taken a sack and told him that she could not wait for him, because if she would wait, other rag pickers used to collect the materials from the rubbish bins, so that she couldn't get the particular rubbish items. So she didn't like to wait. So what she did, she had taken her sack and moved on. Velu didn't have any choice. So till he would get the better job, he wanted to continue this rag picking. So he became as a rag picker. He followed our girl Jaya to collect the dustbin items. This is how the story ended. So you have understood the story, I think, how a boy, Velu, transformed into a rag picker because of his family circumstances and the social evil of drinking alcohol. How he changed his life, how he became as a child labor, how he lost his life, how he lost his education, how he lost the happiness of his childhood. This is what the story wanted to tell us, wanted to share the message of the child labor and their problems and how they transformed into child labor. Okay, so I think you understood the story. So I will give you the question answers in the following class. So learn the question answers, read again the story and understand it better. Thank you.